Good afternoon to my lecturer and to my fellow friends. My name is Haritha Anakiraja. Matrix number is B0922104555. This is my group members, Devaruban Epuvarsan. Your matrix number, guys?
My matrix number B0922104443.
My matrix number is B0922104441.
Okay, Devaruban, you can start with the
Okay, introduction. The European Frame Directive attributes the responsibility for safety and health at work in the company of the employer. The Framework Directive also defines precise obligations that employer has to fulfill. The employer can delegate tasks that contribute to the fulfillment of the obligation to management representative. By example, by installing a safety management system. However, the employer maintains the general responsibilities and must select, instruct, and supervise person of the safety and management carefully. Do you guys agree with my point?
Yes, I do agree. By the way, my point is about the responsibility of employer as a basic principle. So, in a framework, the European legislator has established a fundamental law on occupational safety and health. We define common principle to prevent in the company and for the protection of the workers. It is essential to know that EU legislation does not mention the responsibility of management but rather only obligation and the responsibility of the employer with regard to the safety and health at work. So the employer is legally defined as a natural or legal person who has an employment relationship with the worker and has a responsibility for the undertaking or establishment. This legal definition has to be interpreted in light of the European and national laws on corporate organization. So, how about you, Pooh? Any information? Pooh, your mic is off, Pooh.
Yes, I do have some information about managing occupational safety and health compliance. First, measurable objectives for safety and health should be set and be part of the company's policy. Objectives and policy are transparent and supported by management and the workers. Point number 2, measures should be implemented following defined process and responsibilities. Workers and their representatives should be involved. Point number 3, action should be based on a risk assessment and not only cover corrective but also preventive measure. Then performance in safety and health at work should be checked on a regular basis with measurable performance indicators. Last, lesson should be learned and be mainstreamed in an improvement cycle. Result of the lesson learned should be promoted in training sessions for management and workers. That's all from me.
Thank you, Mr. Puvarsan. Finally, I will talk about obligation of the employer. Carry out safety and health risk assessment at the workplace in the company and provide documentation of the result. This includes the obligation of implementing preventive measures based on the result of the risk assessment in accordance of the principles of prevention as laid down in Art 6 of the Frame Directive and OSH risk assessment. Inform the workers about safety and health risk as well as about accurate measure and of protection and prevention. Take care of measures of emergency response. Finally, consult workers and their representatives and allow them to participate in the decision-making process concerning safety and health at work. Thank you.
And I have another point. What about we talk about? I have a point about consequences of non-compliance and aspect of liability. So the principle of being responsible for complying with the legislation on safety and health at work finds its expression in the rules of liability for the employer. These rules are established by national law and can conclude financial liability for workers' compensation in the case of alignment, fines in case in administrative offense, and also personal sanctions in criminal law. So in financial compensation of workers, the workers do not comply with the duties and obligations laid down in European and national law on safety and health at work. Workers who become ill or get involved in an accident due to negligence can claim for indemnification and financial compensation for non-material damages. So this gives a big advantage for workers as well, and this is the only way companies can pull workers into them for them to have a more human power for work. So that's my point, and that's all, I guess.
Yes.
So thank you, Pooh. Thank you, Devaraban, for your time. Meet you again.